Hey guys, okay, I'm gonna try and film not only on here but also on my phone, but let's see how that honestly works out because I have so much junk on my desk that it's like, how am I even gonna be able to do any of that? But I'm gonna set up my camera. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm going to just be doing cute makeup today, just like casual for work. I'm gonna start off with some moisturizer. I'm trying not to put a lot on, but it is like 50 degrees, so I'm using the Clinique, and it really helps with dry skin. And I mainly only get dry skin like on my cheeks, like right on top of my cheeks, because even though it is getting warmer, it's not that warm. But I don't know, I think today might be the last day of me putting on a lot of moisturizer because I can already feel the heat coming in. Because I can already feel it being springtime, which means it's getting extremely hot soon. Well, where I live, it's saying on Saturday it's already supposed to be like, what, 75, so that's a huge jump. Today's like 50, so. And now I'm gonna go in with Nivea Men's Sensitive Balm. This is like a hack that I've been using since, I want to say, like 2015. I remember all the beauty gurus used to wear this, and I see a huge difference when I use this. So if anybody needs another primer and they're like, still nothing is working, I'm not gonna lie to you, the Nivea, like, it works so good. And I am letting my skin dry every time I put on something different. Okay, now I'm gonna put on the Professional just on my T-zone and also like underneath my chin, because those are the oiliest places on my face. So, and I don't do any dewy makeup because my skin is already incredibly oily. So why would I put on any dewy makeup to make my already oily skin look more oily, and the makeup would not stay on my skin because my skin type just cannot do oily. Okay, I don't really need to wait for the Professional because that dries up very quickly. And today I'm gonna be using the CC It Cosmetics. And for my concealer, I think I'm just gonna go with the MAC concealer. I'm not using a lot of it. It's in the color W10 Studio Fix concealer. I really like this. I remember, I'm not gonna lie, I've literally been using this concealer since, I want to say, maybe 8th grade. And I know people are gonna be like, you actually put on a full face in 8th grade? I was in 8th grade during the prime of makeup wearing, okay? So yeah, I was definitely putting on a full face of makeup in the 8th grade and the 7th grade. And I know this looks like a lot, but Don't even worry. And I like to put it on like with my fingers because the warmth of my fingers melts it, so it's easy to put on. If I were to put it on with like a brush or something, it definitely is harder to do. Obviously, like, I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't need to be putting it on very like professionally. I can kind of just do how I want to do it, you know. Let's add a little bit more. It looks crazy. I know, guys, it looks so crazy. And I'm gonna go in with this CC It Cosmetics. The shade that I use, I don't even know where to find the shade that I use, honestly. And I'm never gonna know either because I'm not gonna really fucking look. Oh well. I try not to. One little pump. And I just rub it on my face like that. Same thing, one little pump. Not a full pump, obviously. I rub it in my face. I add another little pump over here and down my neck. And now I'm just going to take my buff brush. I got this one from Morphe. This is the M439 buff brush. And I just buff it into my skin. And the reason why I put it on my fingers and rub it in first is pretty much the same reason why I do the same thing with the concealer. The warmth of my fingers helps it just makes it be put on my skin in such a different way than if I were to just to directly put it on the brush or put it on my skin and then rub it in with a brush. I've noticed a huge difference of how it seeps into my skin in such a way that I like it way more when I do it the way that I do it, by just rubbing it on with my fingers. And I didn't put any on my forehead. I just used the residue that's on my brush on my forehead because I just like the way my makeup looks when I do that. So I only put on the residue from the brush on my forehead, and same thing with my nose. I try not to go in with any foundation with my nose because my nose is also the oiliest part of me, so I try not to bother with that. Okay, now that I just have all the base for my foundation, I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear blush. It's in the color, and it's also falling apart because I dropped it. It's in the color 05 Fearless Coral. It works really nice. I try not to put too much on. And I put this on before I put any, you know, before I put any bronzer on. And yeah, that's how I put that on. Then I'm gonna use my Ulta Beauty in the color Deep. I've had this since I want to say 2019, and I've hit pan, but I'm still using it, so I really don't care. I just go like, I just do the typical 3, and because I don't put heavy foundation on my forehead with any foundation, I just go in a little bit with the bronzer, and it really helps everything even out. And I'm also not putting on anything. I'm trying not to put anything on my nose just yet because I am going to go in with the Laura Mercier. I'm gonna put that all over my face, and then I'm gonna go in with powder foundation, which really blends everything in. I'm pretty much just baking my face, but then I'm also gonna put it all over. I'm making my face in the areas that I don't want to crease and areas that I do not want to get oily, which is my nose. I don't know if people even bake their faces anymore because it's just such a old thing. I feel like everybody loves dewy. I do not like dewy because I have oily skin, and also I just feel like it makes everybody look super fucking oily. But yeah, this is how it looks, and now I'm just gonna go in again with bronzer, only in specific little places like my nose. My forehead just a little bit. I'm not putting on any eyebrow stuff. I'm just gonna leave those natural. I'm gonna go in a little bit again right here, and then I'm not gonna wipe it off. I'm just gonna go over it with powder foundation. This is 33 Honey from Sephora. I've had also this for years, and I just go in like normal. And that's why when I try not to put too much blush on, but still enough where it's obviously noticeable even after I put on the powder, translucent powder and the powder foundation, because then it honestly, after a few hours, it seeps into your skin so nice, and it makes your makeup look invisible. Like, it literally makes you look like you have no makeup on. And I'm not even over exaggerating because I didn't think that's how my face looked. I'm putting on some Vaseline now. I did not think that's how my face looked until my friend, when we were hanging out, is like, do you have any foundation on? And I'm like, of course I do, bitch. What the fuck? And she's like, you look like you have no foundation on. Really? Anyways, now I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Night Ultra Matte. You just have to shake this for like literally a whole minute straight. So I'm gonna be back when I already have it on. Okay, my face is now dry from the, the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. Now I'm gonna go in with this Morphe. This was a 06 PC. I don't really know how to describe this palette, but it just had, I don't know, I just put whichever one I feel like for the day. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just gonna put it right here underneath my skin. I should have probably done this before I sprayed, but I kind of just forgot to do that, and it really doesn't matter because I am also gonna spray myself again with the Patrick Star, what is it, the spray? You guys know what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna go in again with a little bit of bronzer on my nose because I love a good bronze. And that's that. I'm gonna curl my lashes. Will I put any mascara on? I don't know. Will I? I used the Weezer, is that what it's called? Weezerman eyelash curler. This is like one of the best, I think this is the best eyelash curler I've ever actually used, even though I've only ever used another one. I think that my mom got me from the drugstore because I begged her for one, even though like it was really just me not wanting to spend any money, so I begged her to buy it for me, and she did. But I also just already have naturally long eyelashes, and my mom felt like it was gonna rip my eyelashes out. And yes, I'm not gonna lie, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell a difference. Okay. Oh, it's my nail. I ripped it off. Now I'm going to go in with my inner corners of my eyes. I'm just trying to find a good little brush to use. Okay. I'm going in with this ColourPop that I got in high school, this Super Shock Shadow. It's metallic. I doubt they even sell it anymore. When I tell you, I think I got this when I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. And I don't believe in makeup being expired. So yeah, if you guys are wondering why I still have this, it's because it hasn't given me an eye infection yet, therefore it's fine. Mind you guys, like where I work is a very like male dominated, so like no one's really gonna say anything. And when I tell you my cramps are so fucking bad right now, like my butthole hurts so bad. TMI, more like tell me it. I might cut that. But I'm just using like whatever tiny little brushes I have available right now. It looks so cute, guys. It might look really, really white. Trust me, in real life, it looks bomb. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go in with my CoverGirl eyebrow pencil as a lip liner. It's in 505 Rich Brown. This is the best eyeliner I think I've ever, well, this is the best eyebrow pencil that I've used on my lips that is the perfect shade of brown. Actually, let me wipe my lips. Let me wipe the Vaseline off of my lips a little bit. I have a big mirror also. Looking it right in front of me. I'm super subtle with it. Oh my god, my stomach. It hurts so bad. Okay, I look pretty cunt. Let's not lie about that. I look pretty cunt. I think I'm just gonna go in with when I'm just gonna brush out the very little eyebrow hairs that I have. I'm just gonna go in probably with some Got2b gel, that like hard gel. I'm just gonna put that on my brows, call it a day. I'm gonna put some mascara on, so I'll just show you guys the finished look with everything. I'm like putting on some mascara. Look at the difference. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury travel size. This one, the Pillow Talk. This is a spoolie that it uses. I hate this spoolie, so I've gotten my lashes done a few times, and I'm using that little thing because it just puts, like, you guys see the difference? If I were to use the spoolie that they have for the lashes, it gets everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It works. Like, I think the consistency is good. I just wish they would change the spoolie to one of these. These work so nice. I'm gonna come back when I am done with both my eyes. Okay, guys, I'm still in the close-up, but I'm gonna be using the Until Dawn setting spray. This works so good, especially after using the Urban Decay. Urban Decay is like the pre-setting spray. This is like ultimate at the end of your like the makeup setting spray. This works so well. So I'll show you guys the finished look in a second. You have to shake this for like till you're satisfied, till you are ready, okay? I almost spilled my coffee. Just try not to breathe in when you're putting this on, because I feel like this is really bad for you to be breathing in. I'm good, guys. I'm good. The reason why I don't put any mascara on my bottom lashes is my bottom lashes are pretty long. It smudges always, no matter what I use. It's gonna smudge. I'm just not gonna bother. This is the final look, and now I'm gonna do my hair. Okay, I still do have my Twilight shirt, so I still have my pajamas on, but I just did like the little zigzag on my hair as a hairstyle, and that's about it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I curled my hair yesterday and the curl is still in, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just something cute and simple. I hope you guys like this video. Bye.